Alright, welcome everybody to the first episode of Back in the Days. Alright, it's your boy T-O-O.
Arshil.
You know what I mean? It's your boy Arshil. We the half of Ball Out Culture Podcast. Alright, so we about to get into Back in the Days. We're gonna shout out some old movies. It might not be too old, it might just be a few years back. It's Back in the Days still. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and shout out old movies, shows, cartoons, classic stuff that we grew up on or we seen in the days, you know, back in the days. Alright, so the first one we got, what we got this one?
Today we got Beverly Hills Cop.
Alright, we're gonna have to get into these facts that you might not know about Beverly Hills Cop. So, Arshil, you take that first one.
The first one, my first fact is that this movie was not made for Eddie Murphy at first. There was a bunch of people that they had in mind first that you might not even expect to be in this movie. Like,
that is crazy.
And looking back at it now, it wouldn't have made sense, right? So I got one name.
Yeah, you want to get that one?
I got a different one.
Yeah, go ahead.
James Caan was supposed to be in this movie.
For real?
Yes, James Caan was supposed to be in the movie.
Wow.
And I was like, for him to be in this movie, it just wouldn't have made sense. Now, of course, they got all these older movies with him as a cop or whatever, but it just wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked at all. You want me to get another one?
Go ahead.
Man, this one is crazy to me because he actually got paid. He got paid.
Oh, he got the check.
He got the check.
Okay.
Let me see. They said he got paid before it even started shooting. And this you wouldn't even believe this. It was Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke got paid $400,000.
And he wasn't even in the movie.
Nah.
That's a nice little
$400,000, man. They said in he was fast tracked because he was in a Diners performance as a Boogie.
Okay.
So he was fresh off of that. So I guess they was looking for somebody that was hot at the time. And to be honest with you, they said they gave him $400,000 and he didn't have to film anything. They gave him that up front. And then it just fell out. Like, to be real with y'all, that would have been a dud. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't want to be like that, but the comedy that Eddie Murphy brought, I don't think they would have been able to do that. So,
speaking of comedy, they also considered Richard Pryor in this movie.
Are you serious?
Yes.
To play this role?
To play the role.
Wow, bro! Yeah. I didn't even know that.
That's and. He would have been funny, but he wouldn't have been like that. Like what actual Foley is. Yeah. I don't know if it would have been the same.
Because would you have taken him serious like fighting people?
No, he'd look crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like it would have looked crazy seeing him swing on somebody or throw somebody over their shoulder. Like that would have never been that. That's crazy. Man, I still got one more person. This is crazy. I didn't even know them too. Mm-hmm. But they said Sylvester Stallone. And this is a crazy thing y'all probably don't know. So he got the script. Mm-hmm. He said when he got it, he thought it was a joke. He thought it was to the wrong person too. So what happened was they finally contacted him and was like, yeah, we want you to do this role. So what he did, he was like, well, for it to work, I'm gonna have to rewrite it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
He had the movie and was like, you know what? Let's do this instead.
You feel me? It's crazy. So he rewrote it and everything. So that's what they say. They say he rewrote it and it still fell through. You see what I'm saying? So that's like 4 people that they was gonna have. But to piggyback off of that, a lot of y'all probably don't know. I figured out though where that script went. It actually came out.
Okay.
It was called Cobra. That script was basically that. It was basically what he wrote that would have been Beverly Hills Cop. It's crazy because you know how I figured it out? In one of the scenes, I went and watched Cobra before I even got back on Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah. And it was about a guy, a detective that's just a badass and don't listen to nobody. And that's exactly how he wrote it, right? So when I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, this is the script he wrote for Beverly Hills Cop. And he just took it and flipped it to another way. And then this is how I know. And I know a lot of y'all probably didn't see it. In Beverly Hills Cop 2, Axel went into a room to call somebody. And it was over somebody's house. The Cobra poster of Sylvester Stallone was sitting right there. When he picked up the phone, he looked at it. And then he dialed the number and turned his back and kind of smirked. So I was like, oh, that was a shot right there.
The satire of them saying, like, you basically stole our script to make your own movie.
Yeah.
Because when you tried to change our script, it was too violent, and we said no, so then you can make your own script.
Crazy.
Niggas blowing up.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
That's Stallone, man. He a legend.
Crazy.
He a legend, man.
No, you're right about that. Hey, the fact that he did that, I mean, when I went back and watched it, I was like, bruh, this is Axel Foley right here. It just, he wasn't funny. It was everything the same. It was crazy. The detective, his sergeant getting mad at him all the time because he's not listening. The FBI agent got pissed off at him. Everybody is like, he can't work with him. Everything. I was like, go watch Cobra. Go watch Cobra, Sylvester Stallone. I am telling you, you're going to be like, wow, that's where that script went. Because at first I thought the script just disappeared. I thought he wrote it and was just like, oh. Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of scripts that get wrote. It's on HBO Max. Yep. Go watch it. It's on HBO Max. I watched it and I was like, bruh, now it makes sense. So the fact that he turned his back toward him, he was like, oh yeah, that was just a one hit thing. It wasn't even, I don't even think it was a hit, to be honest with you. I mean, in that time it probably was. Yeah. But they didn't get a second one or a third one. So I was like, man, that is crazy. And then to put his poster in the Beverly Hills Cop 2 was hilarious to me. I was like, oh, okay. You feel me?
It only got 18% of Rotten Tomatoes.
It only got 18%? Yeah, it was, like I said, it wasn't that, you know, he's not really acting like that in there. You feel me? So, but the crazy thing is, it actually was going to go through. The only reason it fell out, people was debating how it fell out with Sylvester Stallone. They're saying the only reason it fell out is because maybe over some orange juice. Because you know how actors got their stuff that they want.
Yeah.
They say he left weeks before shooting because of orange juice, maybe. Because actors have a list. Oh, they be like, cup of orange juice, say the whole thing. But what happened was,
no, hold on. Because if there is no issue with orange juice and he stays in the movie, they might not make 3 of them.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing, bro. So actors, if y'all don't know, they be like, look, I want red M&Ms. No green, no other colors. They be saying stuff like that. So I guess he wanted orange juice. And they said,
they got apple juice.
I don't know if they got apple juice. It doesn't say. They said, I guess they brought in they brought in did not what is it?
Sunny Delight. They brought Sunny Delight to this man. He was like, this ain't real orange juice. I'm out of here.
Oh, they said it fell out over the type of orange juice.
Had to be Sunny Delight.
And guess what? Bruh, I did not know this either. I just found it right now. They had a Rambo poster too in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I gotta go back and watch it.
I know. I didn't see the Beverly Hills Cop one. I saw the Cobra one. So they had they took 2 shots on him. I was like, oh. But I mean, you can't really. I'm be honest. Rambo was that was a classic one. I can't really. You can't take a shot at that one really. Now Cobra, I get it. Yeah. Now that was just doing too petty. I'll be honest. You don't put Rambo. Rambo was he was one of them ones. So and they had how many, like 6 of those already? I don't know how many they had. Too many. Yeah, they did have too many.
That last one for sure was over the top.
It was over the top. Yeah, but so you got anything? I'll let you go. You going?
I want to talk about favorite scenes.
Which one? What is your? I gotta.
It's a lot of scenes that I like, that I enjoy, but recently on the internet, it's a scene where it's a fighting scene, and it's obviously not Eddie Murphy in the fighting scene when he tossed you over the table.
Oh yeah,
and it's not Eddie Murphy. That has become like my favorite because it's so obvious now.
Yeah,
but back then, like you didn't notice it, and I was like, man, this is hilarious.
That's crazy. That's because I was gonna say something. I'm gonna say it because it's. I guess I could say it's one of those scenes that you was like, bro, you kind of was cracking up at. And I want to say, you know what I mean? The sergeant was cool, but that when he got shot, bro, and died on the third one,
got you.
Why did they have a? That was just.
That's hilarious.
That was hilarious. And I would have just. You know what I mean? Okay. That's one of my hilarious scenes that really was like, bro, what? Well, he died. Okay. Now my favorite one, I think, is when he was where was he at? One of the favorite ones got to be the hotel scene when he came and they wouldn't let him get into the hotel. And he had to be like, oh, he cut writing for Michael Jackson and doing all this. I was like, oh yeah. Just that part.
It was obviously freestyle.
It was actually, that's what they said. And that's what they said. He improvised a lot of the stuff.
Of course.
And so the fact that, to be honest with you, the fact that they wrote this script and then they didn't think of him first, like you had to have somebody that was comedy, right?
Times, though. They did the same thing. Who's the biggest celebrity?
On the 80s?
Oh!
Al Pacino was also up for this movie.
Wow.
Because at the time, it's like, who's gonna help sell this movie? That's all.
Wow, you're right. And didn't we talk about this, though? We talked about this on our podcast, too. Ball Out Culture Podcast. Check it out on YouTube. Ball Out TV, Fallout TV. Go to it. Subscribe, please. But we went to it, and we was like, we was talking about how they do it kind of now. They pick actors that they think that is just big and popular, but they don't fit the roles and it don't carry them like they need to. And I'm not trying to get off topic, but me and Vince talked about this. Marvel knew exactly when they got Robert Downey Jr. because he wasn't up yet. He was back down. You feel me? After all the stuff he went through, but he was a great actor. Yeah. Just him being such a great actor,
talent,
took it to that next level.
If you go for talent, you're not.
Yes, that's what they needed to do. But I'm gonna be honest, I went back and saw these, and I was like, oh wow, they doing that even back then. I thought they was, you know what I mean? They accidentally stumbled on this one. Yeah, this is crazy. I think most of the classics, if we go back and look, it might be like that. That's the crazy thing. But
let me throw something in here.
Oh yeah.
I sent it to you. They said that he renegotiated his contract, Eddie Murphy, after they grossed 700 something million or whatever. I guess he renegotiated to get a profit of the movie.
Yeah, they say renegotiate the contract, film to receive a percentage of the movie's profits. Yeah, you got to.
Try to get that Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that one-time payment. You know what I mean? But if you just renegotiate and get the percentage or at the gate.
It was only right. He carried that.
Yeah, he carried that movie. I mean, we were just talking. Without him, it would have never been it would never been what it was. But another thing I saw, you know that scene in the first one where he was in the back of the truck and they was driving off because the cops pulled up? Yeah. Y'all know when he was holding on when they fell off the truck? That really happened and it wasn't supposed to happen. He was really holding on for like, yeah. Like he wasn't supposed to fly out and hit the thing and nothing. He really was holding on. And they didn't even know. They thought he just improvised it, so they kept shooting.
He probably cussed him out after that scene. He cussed him out.
Hey, I would have been, yeah, that would get you heated right there, bro. I don't know, but it's been we obviously know this is a classic, man. A classic. Yeah. So this is the first episode of what is it?
Back in the days.
Back in the days.
Oh, you passing to me?
Yeah. This is the first episode of Back in the Days, man. So it was a lot more. I mean, you can still look up a couple other things, but those was the most interesting facts that we just couldn't believe. To be honest, the number one thing is that you didn't even choose Eddie Murphy for that first role.
Off the rip.
Off the rip. And the fact that I didn't even know Al Pacino was up for it. I didn't even know none of the people you said was up for it. Now, the two I knew was Mickey Rourke and Sylvester Stallone. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild how it just all worked out. And Eddie Murphy, after that, it was like, I mean, I don't know if that was his first one, but it took off after that. You know what I mean? So it's just another classic that we wanted to shout out and give the flowers, of course, to Eddie Murphy, because he went on to make classic movies after that. You know what I mean? So, again, thank you for tuning in to, I keep forgetting the name.
Yeah, back in the days.
Back in the days, all right? Episode 1, all right? But it's your boy Arshil. It's TOO. We'll be back for episode 2 soon. Peace.
Back in the days.